Eisenhower, we spoke to us. He says, you're going to be on the greatest show on this earth that you've ever experienced. And he says, just be ready.
My beach battalion was in charge of securing a sector of the beach. And then we were, because of my radio background, we were in charge of bringing in small boats in kind of an orderly manner. LCVPs, LSTs, LCMs, and that was what we did until I got injured.
And instead of flying from England to France, we flew around the back of it and came in from the other side with the idea in keeping the German reinforcements from getting to the beach. It was basically our job, two rivers in particular to cross, and either take the bridge or destroy them, one of the two. We wanted them intact if possible, so we could use them to leave the beach, but we also didn't want the Germans to be able to go into the beach. So that was get the bridges intact if possible, otherwise blow them.
The channel was very rough. They took our duffel bags and stuffed them about 4 feet high, butt out, to keep the waves from coming in on the deck.
In our boat, there's 35 of us, and there's only 3 of us got out that I know of.
A lot of people don't know this. Men were expendable, but weapons were not. My mortar had a Mae West life preserver on it. So in case I fell, why somebody could maybe use that weapon. I just kind of zigged and zagged, and at one time I glanced down and it looked like small arms bullets hitting right in front of my feet, but it never did hit me.
But we were lucky when on Utah Beach, Omaha Beach is a cliff. Any of them survived.
Towards late afternoon, I remember, all hell busted loose as far as coastal artillery from the Germans, and they were slaughtering a lot of our boys. It was tough. I remember I probably spent as much time taking care of some young soldiers coming in as I was working my radio. But you can't just sit there, as I remember, watch these kids bleed to death, you know.
And we got onto the beach, and somebody had put stakes in to climb up, you know, and put a rope on there so it would help us to get up to the top of the place. And the first thing I saw was, you remember these old dray wagons they had at the depots years ago? Well, they had one of those sitting up there, and they just had fellas just stacked on there, dead people. That's all I saw.
That beach, after the tide was in, you had to watch where you put your foot, or you'd have stepped on a dead or wounded person. It was covered with bodies.
You know what I heard the most from some of these young kids that were hurt real bad? Mama, Mama, where are you?